Joining me now to talk about the security issues in the northeastern terrain is Richard Amoah. He's a security expert. Good morning, Richard. Good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Borno State, yet again, the battle continues to rage, rather alarming loss of lives. What's your reaction?
Well, we said it without number that it's going to take quite a time for government to curtail this issue of Boko Haram because when people are being radicalized and made to believe on a particular issue, it's difficult to change their orientation. For me, one thing I've advocated over time is even educating the people in that area about security education, what to do. If you look at the last attack about the ceremony,
the mourners.
The mourners. A week before then, they repaired. The villagers repaired the attackers.
Boko Haram attackers.
And when you did such thing, you should be expecting something ugly. But they were living like everything is normal. So this guy came with surprise. So what I'm saying is that as much as the armies are doing their own, the indigenous, the villagers, they need to be taught what to do.
And that's where I'm also going to.
Yes.
Many had applauded them that, okay, they were able to recover weapons and they were able to beat the terrorists in their tracks. But like you rightly said, and many have said, it was obviously a reprisal attack.
Yes.
But when did it become wrong for villagers to defend themselves now? People are talking about lapses. Perhaps they should have been better protected. Is that what you mean?
Yes. No, you see, again, each time we talk about this protection about the army, honestly, I sympathize with the army right now, because they are overwhelmed with this fight that is raging in the northeast. They are really overwhelmed.
So residents have no choice but to protect themselves.
Yes, but rather to protect themselves. And why protecting themselves? They need to know what to do. When you repair the Boko Haram, what next? What next step do you take? We have said this in time without number again, that for example, a guy is coming to attack you. He's coming with a whole lot of ammunition, a whole lot of troops, and the number of army in that particular area are just few. What do you do? I think for me as a security consultant, time has come for us to encourage Nigerian government to bring in foreign partners to see how we can curb this menace and help the villagers.
And beyond that, we also saw the army, having to, challenge the terrorists. In Bama, for example, now they were successfully repelled.
Yeah.
There's still, we are keeping an eye on the situation in Beni Sheikh as well. So getting the army to be up on their game at all times.
That's the point I'm making here.
How easy? Do we have the resources?
No, number one, federal government have said they bought so many equipment, which we've heard. The question, and what I'm saying here, is the fact that the armies are overwhelmed. It's becoming something that I think foreign partners are needed, or local partners. Army alone cannot do this job anymore. We've been on this issue for how long right now? I think we need to call spade a spade.
All right, Richard Amoah, thanks a lot for your analysis on the situation in the Northeast.
Joining me now is Richard Amoah, a security expert who has been monitoring these developments for quite a while. Richard, it's good to have you join me right now.
Thank you, bro.
We have been on this platform talking about security challenges for years now. Yeah. But if we look at some of the ingredients of trying to analyze, are there successes recorded so far and all of that? You see a back and forth. You see, up there successes and then it goes up and down. Why can't we have, what's the challenge with having a consistent victory over this issue after so many years?
Sometimes when we discuss this issue, I just kind of shake my head and ask myself one question, and that's the Chief of Defense Staff have come to say something. I was Chief of Army Staff, that there's issue among the military. And insubordination, this, that. And the military have come to say, we are not being taken care of. The equipment is not there, and we are told the equipment is there. So I think what the government of Buhari should do is to look at the service ships again You know, we have said this time without number. Because don't forget again that this is a war of belief.
Yeah.
A war
An
of
ideology.
an ideology. And when we have an idea you want to stop, it's not possible. Sorry, I'm going to take you back to chat right now. Just like what is going on there right now. So we still need to sit down and I still maintain what I said. Do you remember that one time when around that Niger, when they brought different countries to form this, what's it called again?
International Task Force.
Thank you. And what happened? They backed up because they felt that...
Multinational joint task force.
Joint multinational task force. And they left because they felt that there's a lot of information going back to the Boko Haram. You see, that's a whole lot of things. So I think whoever that is coming in right now, the new service chiefs or whatever it is, they need to sit down and let's analyze again.
When it comes to the issue of ideology we're
Yes.
talking about, or the belief that people have, certainly becomes a little more challenging to handle.
Yep.
But we have agencies like the National Orientation Agency that's supposed to work with engaging people and reorienting people.
Yeah.
How much of NOA is involved in all of this task?
I'm sorry to say, if the head of NOA is listening to me right now, I think that agency is zero. We're sorry. We have to call a spade, using that word again. NOA is not doing well. I still remember when we were growing up, when we say, when you hear all kind of jingle, all kind of, things you read about. Because now, look at what is happening in Southwest today. What is happening in Southeast, South. The children should be able to understand what is going on in Southeast so that it's a major issue. And whoever that is coming up as a minister of information needs to understand that is one agency you need to put up. And again, because we have to choose people that we think we know to do some things in Nigeria. And as a result of that, these things are not being done and it comes back to whoever is in government. So I think NOA should wake up to that responsibility. There are a whole lot of people there. I hear Mr. President said on one of the national dailies, Vanguard, that they are going to work with the private sector, private security, that people like us. I'm looking forward to it. Because there's a whole lot of people who are retired from the army, who have seen so much, and a whole lot of us who are private, who have studied so much, that the government can work with, and work with the public security. Private sector's security that on every nook and cranny, they can put them together as a bunch of intelligent group given to the public security. So those are the things I think we can work together.
Yes, we had the civilian joint task force.
Yes.
That helped, and even local hunters at the time.
Thank you.
That assisted the government, especially in Borno State, in returning some level of normalcy to Borno State and all of that. How much of all of this mix can help in the area of, you remember you talked about the issue of trust earlier on. When you're talking about all of the security agencies and all of that, how much of trust?
Yeah, you see, when you talk about all those hunters, all those, are they really trained? Do they really know what to do? They are doing it based on their common knowledge.
Their crude knowledge.
That's just it. So I think those are the people, again, we need to put together and say, okay, let's train them, let's help them. Don't forget what I said initially, that the armies are overwhelmed, whether you like it or not. And what the armies are doing right now, whose job is it? It's supposed to be police. It's supposed to be police. Unfortunately, police on the front, and police, we are under policing. So I think government needs to think about working with the private sector right now to see how they can do this.
All right, and government has to be deliberate on that. Richard Amoah, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.